Tucker, the Tucker just smackdown, actually.
Yeah.
It's very funny. We talked earlier about how Tucker got the better of this Rectenwald guy because he started asking me about his sex life. But we were just bombarded with emails telling us that we were idiots, that actually it was Tucker that got his bow tie handed to him, right?
Dozens.
Oh,
Are you serious?
They came in. Yeah, I really...
Not one saying that Tucker won.
Right. Some would say that some of the emailers on this network are a little left of center. I don't know. But
slightly biased, perhaps?
Perhaps a little biased here, because Tucker seems to put this guy back on his heels. And when Tucker gets him to actually start talking about this Rectenwald, about what a great sex life he has and how he has committed no sins, the guy starts screaming before Tucker can ask the follow-up question. Here's Tucker Carlson last night pinning somebody in the corner, at least I think.
My question is very simple. If you disagree with his positions on these issues...
We do disagree with her positions.
I've never heard of you. I don't know anything about you other than you're holding up this guy's sex life to public ridicule, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am not
ashamed
of... No, what? He ought to be ashamed of himself.
He is ashamed of himself. You're right, and he ought to be, and he is.
And then being a hypocrite on the other side.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, that's very simple. We're not the ones that are going around parading our so-called superior moral values like the Republican Party. No, we're not. We're not. All we're doing is publishing records that exist.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions about your sex life. Now, you're getting out here.
Go right ahead. I don't have to pay for prostitutes, okay? I get it the way through intimacy and decency. That's correct. I don't have to pay for prostitutes.
Oh, you don't? So it seems to me you're the one bragging about the moral superiority of your sex life. You just said I don't have to pay for it.
I answered it.
I think we should take a closer look. Wait,
how am I bragging?
We should take a closer look at your sex life now that you've said it's better morally than David Vitter's.
I have nothing to hide. All we did is publish a phone list.
Okay.
Okay, we published a phone list, and that will fall where it will.
Oh,
now, we'll leave it to the electorate.
The guy's name out.
Excuse me, Tucker. Can I answer? Can I say something, please? We'll leave it to the electorate of Louisiana that elected this man on the so-called platform that he ran on to decide whether his sex life counts or not. Okay?
Oh, spare me your platitudes.
We're not moralizing here.
You just did moralize. You just said, I don't have to pay for it. No, I'm better than that. I get my nookie for free. Look, pal, you're being as moralistic as Jerry Falwell ever was.
Objectifying women. I said nothing of the sort.
Objectifying women?
Yes, you said that word. You used it. I didn't. Okay?
Please calm down.
You used the word. No, you are despicable the way you're attacking me. Where we're just putting out a record about your parties, your partisan interests that are under attack. That's right.
Mr. Rectenwald, can I just ask you, can you just take a deep breath and answer? Can you answer?
Unapologetic Republican partisan, okay? We know that.
Right. Anybody who watches this show will not come to the conclusion
you only turned against Bush when everything went down the toilet. That's when you changed your views. I've been watching you for years.
Can I just, and apparently not agreeing, and apparally not agreeing with my show. Can I just ask you one last question? Are you all right?
You are nothing.
Okay. Wow. Oh my God! He calls him. He said, "Hey, make sure you come back to Tucker tomorrow." He calls him a little punk.
Yeah.
He makes fun of his bow tie,
which he's not wearing.
Hello, Michael. Look in your monitor.
Yeah.
The vein is popping.
Went through the three colors of the Roy G. Biv color spectrum.
Exactly. Ended up on bright purple or a vivid purple. And the guy did start moralizing. The quote, here's the money quote, which you'll never hear from anybody, at least John or myself or Chris. Quote, I have nothing to hide. If you want to, follow me.
Yes, go through my garbage.
Anyway, good Lord. Wow.